Hey there, tea lovers. Ready for your daily dose of drama? Ellie's got the kettle whistling and the scoop ready to serve. Paydon Brown's cameo catastrophe, admits racism and sexism, claims he's just playing the game? Alright gossip hounds, gather round. Ellie here, your friendly neighborhood tea spiller, and boy, do I have a piping hot cup for you today. Our subject? None other than Paydon Brown, the often discussed son from the ever-dramatic Sister Wives clan. Now, word on the street, and by street, I mean the internet forums, has long been that Paydon is basically a Kody Brown mini-me. From the swagger to the way he talks, folks see the resemblance. And it's not just the looks, Paydon's got a history of stirring the pot, especially when it comes to clashing with his siblings, notably Leon, who is transgender, and Gwendolyn, who is married to a woman. These two siblings haven't exactly been shy about calling Paydon out over the years, leveling accusations of racism and sexism directly at him. Gwendolyn, in particular, has detailed her issues with him across multiple platforms, Twitter, Patreon, YouTube, you name it. Paydon's reaction? A classic deny, deny, deny. He even went on a livestream once, proclaiming his love for everyone and insisting he wasn't prejudiced, only to follow it up with some eyebrow-raising comments about women needing to fear men and men wanting to be feared. Oh, and he threw in some digs at Gwendolyn, implying she was lying about his alleged abusive behavior. The family drama? Thicker than day-old oatmeal. Fast forward to recently, Paydon's been making waves on Cameo, you know, the app where you pay celebs for personalized video messages. One of my lovely followers actually shelled out cash for a Paydon special and sent it my way. The main topic? Yours truly. Apparently, Paydon isn't a fan of my reporting, particularly when I discuss the family's background in the Apostolic United Brethren, AUB, a fundamentalist group with some very problematic, inherently racist teachings. He took offense, claiming I called him and his brothers racist. Hold up, let's clarify. I reported on the cult's doctrines, stuff about black people being cursed and the mission to populate the world with white people. Growing up steeped in that kind of ideology inevitably leaves a mark, planting seeds of bias that people have to consciously unlearn. Paydon clearly doesn't appreciate having those uncomfortable truths about his upbringing pointed out. But okay, that brings us to the main event, the piece de resistance of Paydon's recent Cameo adventures, another video, not the one about me, that has gone spectacularly viral for all the wrong reasons. In this now infamous clip, Paydon is talking to a fan named Amanda. He explains why he can't tell her any adult jokes. And the reason he gives? Absolutely jaw-dropping. He claims the best adult jokes involve heavy racism or heavy sexism. Yes, you read that right. He goes on, identifying himself as very white, so white, he's pink, apparently, and very, very male, suggesting these traits somehow relate to why he knows these kinds of jokes but can't tell them on video because, well, evidence and getting in trouble. But then came the bombshell, the line that set the internet ablaze. I can play the game of like no I'm not racist or sexist, I love everybody equally, I don't. He trails off, but the implication hangs heavy in the air. Did he just admit that his public persona of acceptance is just an act? That he is playing a game, and the accusations might actually hold water? So, let's unpack this dumpster fire. The man seems to have, in a bizarre, rambling way, confessed to exactly what his siblings have accused him of for years. He essentially admitted he's putting on a front for the public, presumably because showing his alleged true colors wouldn't be great for the family brand or the TLC gravy train. This immediately makes you wonder, who else in the family is playing the game? Kody? Robin? The speculation runs wild. Thankfully, many of the Brown children, like Leon, Gwendolyn, and Michael T., who is married to a man of Mexican descent, seem to have genuinely embraced acceptance and moved far beyond the toxic teachings of their youth. Paydon's apparent confession retroactively validates Gwendolyn's long-standing claims. Every time she spoke out, he'd jump out with his I love everyone routine, effectively gaslighting her and making her look like the unstable one. Sound familiar? A certain patriarch named Kody comes to mind. If you are what you are, Paydon, just own it. Stop the charade, stop trying to discredit your sister. Her past statements calling him the most violent person she's ever met now seem chillingly plausible. You almost have to feel sorry for his mom, Christine. She seems to be genuinely evolving, shedding the problematic aspects of her upbringing and embracing acceptance. Then her son pulls stunts like this, making her journey undoubtedly harder. And, of course, sympathy goes out to Gwendolyn and any other siblings affected by his behavior. The big question now is, will there be any consequences? Will TLC, the network that has aired the Browns' legally questionable lifestyle for over a decade, actually do anything? History suggests, probably not. They seem to only react when things reach criminal conviction levels. So, it seems Paydon's biggest problem might just be Paydon. His attempt to hide his alleged beliefs because they aren't profitable has backfired spectacularly. Maybe it's time for him to either do some serious self-reflection and change, or just fully admit he's a chip off the old Kody block and stop pretending. And perhaps acknowledge that reporting on the factual, and often ugly, history of the family's background isn't an attack, but simply revealing truths he's afraid for the world to see. What do you think, folks? Will Paydon face any real backlash for this cameo catastrophe, or is this just another Tuesday in the wild world of reality TV? Let Ellie know your thoughts.